Greetings and salutations. I am the Raven, and we're returning to a series we've been running for a while now. Joining me is Sirot.
What the hell is this art style?
And StarprincessHLC.
Yar har fiddle-dee-dee.
It's a pirate's life for me.
But why's the rum gone?
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my
Some
adventures.
git stole it.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Per usual, because of messing around with my internet connection, alas, these two still cannot hear the game. But it's still got, I guess, Dominic is the voice actor's name, voicing Guybrush.
Dominic
That's
D'Armato.
me,
Yeah.
Guybrush Threepwood. In the old days,
I mean, it's hard to hear anybody else as Guybrush, so...
Yeah.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than
Oh, look, it's the Piranha Poodles.
Yeah.
The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
Okay,
This
game.
took an unexpected turn while I was
Nostalgia
working on the 3
bait
trials.
only works to a certain extent.
Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Sort of falsified.
Just sorta.
I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save
Yeah,
Elaine.
and now all but one hate your guts now.
Monkey
I'm
Island
pretty
was
sure
a
they
steaming
all hate him.
volcanic mystery covered with jungle.
I mean,
and
Meathook seemed pretty
ungodly
friendly to him in Escape from Monkey Island, but...
You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface.
As you do.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
Making Herman Toothrot Elaine's grandfather was one of the biggest mistakes he ever made.
The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought.
The whole thing about the first Monkey Island game, Guybrush didn't need to do anything.
That turned out
Elaine could have
Elaine
easily
had
saved
everything under
herself.
control.
Yeah.
How does she do that? By then, I had learned that ghosts
I mean,
like
she
LeChuck
basically
are vulnerable to
did.
root beer. It
We just screwed it up.
works, okay?
Yep.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. met
I
my
noticed
good
no
friend Walt,
mention of
who
this
makes maps,
being,
and I stole his monocle. Good times.
just at a carnival.
The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more
I
than
guess
once.
we're just gonna skip over that whole bit, huh?
The map to the treasure had been
Well,
torn
the
into 4 pieces,
carnival ending
which,
was from
let's
Monkey
face
Island
it,
2.
is about as piratey as it
It's
gets.
recovering now.
Elaine always seems
Because we got Wally.
Ah, Wally, you deserve better.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. He
Murray!
never gives up. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got eaten by a snake.
He got better.
I got buried alive.
He got better.
Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker.
She got better.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering.
Ugh.
That's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. This is the daisy we stomped on together. The wedding traditions are weird. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation.
Of course, we're not going to see it.
I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
Because you can't throw potatoes.
I mean, you can. It worked well in the Dragon Quest and the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a
In
mystical
a
talisman to
friendly
make
way.
Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was
Oh my
dead,
god, it's the
so they
ultimate
hired an
insult.
election to replace her.
And the
Chuck
monkey
and I
combat
battled it out on a grand scale that time.
with the giant monkey
I made
robot.
a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose
Cat
LeChuck's
demands
pox over the
attention.
entire Caribbean.
Which
That's what
cat?
it seemed.
Ash.
Ah.
I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does.
Remember that time I lost my hand? Good times.
I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
But Guybrush, that feels like a bit more of a challenge.
These are from the time I found the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret of Monkey Island.
I started my voyage at the scum bar, but right away I could tell it wasn't going to be like
I
old.
feel your scrapbook is a little all over the place, Guybrush.
The new pirate
Just
leaders
a
were focused
little.
on sacking and pillaging. But plunder stats aren't everything. I learned more than I ever wanted to know about mops. I made the unusual decision to join LeChuck's crew as a way to get to Monkey Island.
Oh. That's because we're getting that because I finished the game before. Let's go hard mode.
Oh boy.
I mean, we're still talking an adventure game.
Yes.
Hard mode is only as hard as the first time you play it.
Oh dear.
Take this, LeChuck! Oh, Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Like, no,
Let's
go
pretend I
away.
have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes. It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Get away from the kid. You
Yes,
kicked me
sir.
out.
Come on, I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way, you have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow. The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
I feel Lance is missing out on this.
Oop, I guess we're gonna buy scurvy dogs.
So, do we need the paladin dog to go with it?
Mm.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money.
that grown-ups use?
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Look for change in the outhouse. Oh, okay.
Are you implying that people eat and poop out money?
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
Of course it's locked, so we have an extra
Some
step.
places
Got
even
it.
have scurvy
Why
dogs
would you-
with cheese
Well, I guess
inside.
it would be locked if somebody was using it, but if it's not being used, why would you lock it?
They put it on
I
a rag
mean,
to keep you
gas
from walking off
station
with it.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
They generally want you to buy
I'll
something.
bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Friendly.
Cat, is my beard your new home? Is that what's going on here?
Good, you unlocked it.
Maybe she's checking to see if there's any food in there.
It isn't a piece of 8.
No, she just does
but
this from
it's
time
a
to
round
time.
piece of metal about the same size
She'll
and
just
shape
climb
as a
up
piece of
here,
8.
That's called
snuggle
a
into my
slug.
chest,
It's like
and
a
then
fake
bury
coin.
her face in
A
my
fake
beard.
coin is almost as good as a real
Just
coin.
every now and then.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Oh.
Gross. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
This is my name, James Sunderland.
He is blonde.
He is an idiot.
Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse.
Ugh.
Gross.
And now washing our hands.
Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Yes.
Middle would be nice, thank you.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
What can we get with this?
Ugh.
You probably don't want to bite on that.
Tastes
Yeah,
like a
okay.
piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
You're gonna have stomach problems
What are
later,
you?
buddy.
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Those scurvy dogs look disgusting, but I can't say I'm shocked.
Dinner forever. What do you want
I'm
to do
gonna-
now?
I don't
It just
know.
feels like
What do
they're
you wanna
going
do?
all in on trying to be as gross as possible right now.
Hopefully this is the tutorial area
That's my
and
friend D. Hey D,
Hey, Chucky.
the tone
What are
does
your jerk
improve.
faces up to?
we just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner.
So they're trying for the Ren and Stimpy approach. Got it.
There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Now we gotta get more disgusting looking scurvy dogs, clearly.
Let's run and explore, check out the anchor, beat Chucky in the base, beat the dog. That's some sauce, some my scurvy dog, practice sword fighting, run the floor for leaf clover, make a wish at the wishing well.
And find our parents.
So what are we feeding the duck to?
That's a cool anchor.
I half expect it's gonna be bread, even though you shouldn't be feeding ducks bread.
This one's not a
You
very
fools!
good
You
example.
need to be feeding
You'd
the
know that
frozen
if you read as
peas.
much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors
No, what are we
originally
feeding it to?
weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship.
Are you gonna
They
feed it to a
started making
dragon?
them bigger and bigger because they
Well,
would do
there's
more
never been a dragon
damage
in
that
this
way.
game series.
Then people noticed what happened
Oh,
when
no,
they missed the other
education.
ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most
Ash
of
is
them.
now
On a modern
content.
anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than
Thank
the
you for
other.
missing
That's to
the
prevent
use
what's
of
called
cats cameo.
plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom.
There wasn't much
The little
noise.
flanges at the tips
It was
are
more
different
just
angles to make it
instead of
twist
meowing
on the
at
way
me,
down.
as
Or
long
they
as she's
can
already
weave it.
up here,
Most anchors these
she would
days
just
are made
reach
of
up
iron,
and
you have to
snag my
re-cut them
shirt with
like
her
twice a
claws
year
and start
because
pulling
they
me
rot.
towards her till I
About
pay
30
attention.
years ago,
Just-
somebody thought of a way to get around that
I've
by
had one of
making
the
them out
four
of
doing
wood
that.
instead. All
was on the
kinds of
stairs,
people invested a lot
grabbed
of
me
money
sleeve
in
on the
these
floor.
wooden anchor companies.
They
But the
tested to me.
only
They
way they
tested
could
me.
keep them from
Okay,
floating
we're done.
was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old. The word anchor comes from the sand. They're called that. Yeah, I'm kind of a...
We're done.
Hey, hands off!
Oh.
Can we
What's
feed
this
those
red
two to
blob
the
on the
duck?
ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be
Oh,
really
that's-
good with scurvy dogs.
Oh, good. Ketchup on the ground.
In France,
Are we sure
they
it's
call a scurvy
ketchup?
dog a shit. You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
Oh, come on. It's whiskey.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
So does that make the scurvy dog a Kaiser roll?
Yes.
But there's no roll.
I don't know. If you get a good enough spin on it, you could probably roll it down a
Let's
hill.
be frank.
Mm.
You can never hope to beat me.
No way. You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway.
You're both
that was
pretty
fun.
lame.
Please, please. You're both terrible.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if.
Time to pick.
Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Oh, there's a four-leaf clover.
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Do we feed that to the ducks?
Oh, speaking of which.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
Apparently it does. He's a lucky ducky.
Hey, Chucky. Want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Darn. You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Oh, yeah, I need to keep cooking.
Yeah!
Shoot.
Also, it doesn't seem like we're quite as fast as he
You up
is.
for another race?
To be fair, he is the older brother.
Officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
Fine.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Ooh, right into the tree.
That's not how you knock down a tree.
I can
I
stand
know
on my
from
head
experience.
without using my hands.
Hmm.
His name's actually George.
Okay, now we gotta make a wish at the wishing well.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Or we can talk to these people.
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
They don't want your scurvy dog. The duck bite.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs.
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself.
Fine.
A wishing
Find
well.
a coin to throw in.
I forgot to go back to the outhouse.
Ugh. I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue. I wonder where this path goes. I wonder where those 2 people we were following went.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Nope.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Oh, hey, Kikyo.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Of course your feet don't smell. That's what your nose is for.
Gross.
Unless your nose runs.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Well, if your nose is running, you've been doing it wrong the whole time.
How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
That's not grog, it's not milk in the barrel.
Also, how do you know I'm not an adult? I could just be very, very short.
Did you know your feet won't
You know, I
smell if
feel
you
like
don't
that
wash
would
them?
actually be
wonder
a
what's in that
decent
basket.
Let's find
puzzle for Monkey
What do you
Island
think
to
you're
pull
doing?
right now.
Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half of
Of
mine
course,
to give you a piece
they-
of my
you know,
mind.
And I've got the other half.
They would have to
Blah, blah,
convolute it all to hell.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
You
Blah,
actually just
blah.
try to bring up,
Blah,
it's like,
blah.
Gotta run!
sir,
How
this
rude.
is as tall as I'm ever going to get. I'm a full-grown adult. And they say, yeah, well, where's your ADA card? And you have to go forge an ADA card.
It looks full. Don't feed the duck.
I wonder where this path goes.
Then again,
wonder
this
where
is
this
not
path
Gabriel
goes.
Knight.
I should find a coin to throw in.
And there are no cats to get mustache fur from.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
In other words, don't go that way until you actually,
We're done here.
Oh. No finding the real parents, huh?
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah, we got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them.
Hey,
Yeah,
really?
I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures.
Really?
We just did? Big whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on.
I mean, it's already embarrassing the fact that you named your kid Boy
Make
Brush.
up the
The
craziest
fact that
story
Elaine,
beginning of that story.
why did Elaine go sign off on
Change
that?
it around. That's not how
I
storytelling
think
works.
it's reached the point
A
she
lot
stopped
of your
giving
stories don't
a
feel like
damn.
they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, no.
Oh, you
stick
stay here,
around.
boy, and be
This is a
told the
good one.
story.
You decided to push the story button. This is your fault.
Had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
See, she also made a comment about the art style. It doesn't bother me per se. It's a case of what Guybrush does in this game that bothers me more than anything else. Because, like I said, yes,
it's not bad, but it just doesn't feel like Monkey Island to me. There are other games it's bringing up memories of, and Monkey Island ain't it.
And Missy did bring up thoughts of God, what was the one that broken something, the game you gifted me.
Broken Age.
Broken Age. It kind of reminds me of that. Of course, yes, we let the credits run, except for when we don't. Let's start talking about the end of God of War.
To be fair, that would have probably been like 2 hours long.
Yeah. Goddamn AAA titles.